What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Please come on in. I see that you're starting to come in. Even on our chat line, I see you up there. I see people coming in the business line. We got two. So, all right, good. Good to see y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Glad to see y'all here today. Listen, let's get it started. It's about 10:30. I know how we do it. Welcome to Manifest Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. And our starting goals here to help at least 500 people bring their dreams into reality by way of us coaching them. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Donald Francis. I'm happy to meet you with much love, respect, peace, and joy, and all that other good stuff. You won't only see us here, but sometimes you'll see us right here on It's Life Podcast, located right there on YouTube and also on Facebook. Go check it out, y'all. If you ever want to learn how to get along with difficult people, that's the place to go right there. Also, listen, we just released a new short film by the name of Nothing More to Say. Go check it out, and you'll find it right here on It's All You TV, ITZALLYOU TV. If you don't get a chance to catch us, and if you haven't caught us ever since Monday, you want to see what happened, during the week and stuff like that. Listen, you can catch us right here, Channel 49 TV, every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Yo, I'm happy. I'm excited. It's lit. We lit up here. What's going on, y'all? Today, obviously, you do know that we're talking about a critical piece, a critical, type of, conversation here. We're talking about filtering versus lying. And is filtering lying if you haven't told all of whatever, but we're going to talk about that today. You feel what I'm saying? Happy to see all of you. Come on in if you can, if you're on Facebook, if you're on our business line, of which I can't see you unless you leave a comment or say what's up or say good morning. And I can't see you unless you, even on YouTube, I'll see you. Okay, good. So listen, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, like and share your page if you can. And for those of you on YouTube, please just like and comment and then subscribe if you want to consider. All right. So listen, y'all, let's get right into this good content because I have a lot for you and I have a big surprise for you. But before she log off, I'm going to make sure that I get a chance to have you to meet her, and I'll let you know exactly who she is. Mind your business. I got you. Filtering lying is what we're going to talk about. And listen, I know some of you are not here on the live right now, but I do know that there are people who will go on our replay. I'm gonna tell you something. I realized I was watching and I was reading a book. It's called Nuts and Bolts. In fact, I got some new tricks for you, by the way. So if you take a look, oh wait, where is it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay, here we go. So, and I meant to put this on HDMI out, but anyway, but it's called Nuts and Bolts. This the actual book that you want to get. It's a really, really good book. It helps you with understanding, people that much more. By the way, I want you to see behind me, I am having somewhat of my coffee, but I drank it. I drank it all. Yeah, that's what it was. So, but at the same time, you'll see a lot of behind the scenes. It's the camera, by the way. And by the way, Sophia, I want you to see this too. This is going to be a good thing for you. Listen, Nuts and Bolts is really, really good. It's a nice book. It'll help you with the psychology of understanding people, and even your family members, even your friends, even your spouse and stuff like that. You don't want to manipulate them because you're learning psychology to some degree in its rare form. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you get a chance to do one thing, and that's called understanding people that much more, knowing how to handle people that much more. That's the reason why I've come up with this particular topic called filtering and lying. You see what I'm saying? And they're two different things, but they're very close. It's a hair string, type line. And so I wanted for all of us to understand. So I've been reading this book, and out of this book talks about filtering. And before we get started with our bullets, I want for you to understand exactly what this book and its perspective, what angle it come from. And it talks about filtering. I want to read it to you in real time. And I want to paraphrase to you because I don't have that much lighting right here. But it was talking about how filtering is described as someone sitting on a porch in the country, and obviously a lot of us are from the city. We don't know nothing about porches, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? But it talked about, sitting on the porch and how you have a big screen that would cover your porch, and that screen is the very thing that would represent what filtering looks like when we use filtering by way of words. And so what are the things that the screen keep, us from? Harsh sunlight. It keeps us from mosquitoes, it keeps us from any type of animal, that might try to come out and get us, depending upon how strong the screen is. But what it is that it filters by allowing for the things that may seem harsh, to be kept away so that we can enjoy listening to the water with some nice lemonade or whatever your drink is, or whatever the case would be. And not just that, watch this. It allows for you to just sit down and just sit, just take the breeze. You got what I'm saying? And just relax and rock back and forth and just be easy and not have to worry about nobody else. And I'm gonna tell you something too. The crazy thing about filtering is that people don't know how to do that today. They don't know how to allow for anybody who have a great life and just happy to be able to keep that happiness by not coming and telling them some crazy garbage that don't don't have anything to do with making that person's life better. So it says it's like a screen, keeping things and all types of bugs and stuff away from that particular individual so that that person can just enjoy the cool of the day or the heat of the day or whatever type of the day it actually is. You got what I'm saying? So I realized that not only that, but it talks about how this is how filtering is when it comes down to us relaying messages and stuff like that to people. Can I ask you a question? Do your best friend really know who you are? Do your family members actually really know who you are? And the reason why I'm asking that is because sometimes people need to know you in order to understand timing, in order to understand when they should tell you or deliver certain news to you. Not everybody know that. You got some people that are in life, and we're going to, cover that in some of our bullets. You got some people in life who they are trained to just shoot from the hip. Then you got some people who are like, well, let me just see how they are. Let me see where they are. Let me see exactly what they're saying. Let me see how they're feeling before I, drop this kind of news on them. And if I drop the kind of news on them, if I filter, is it kind of like a lie? Well, let's take a look at that today. All right. Let's take a look at our first bullet and want to get right into this because we got so much content. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this. Where's my mouse? Okay, here we go. So listen, I like the way it says it here, filtering with words. And let me just take this. Hold on, give me a second. All right. And I have to blow this up, honestly. So listen, filtering words. This referred to the process of choosing one's words carefully, often to avoid offending or harming others, or to be politically or socially correct. Filtering can involve omitting, right, certain truths, simplifying information, or choosing language that is less direct. However, the essence of the message remains truthful, and that's the key. That's the key. For an example, a person might say that a person might say that's an interesting perspective. In other words, you might say something, and they'll say, that's interesting perspective. Instead of saying bluntly, I think you're wrong, to maintain, you know what I'm saying, this type of policy. But look, I want you to understand something, Are you that kind of person? Do you hold back? Like, do you filter? Do you say, no, I'm just going to shoot from the hip, later for what anybody else say? Are you that person? And what kind of result did it bring you for you to say, listen, you know what? Forget that. You're wrong. I don't like you. Your hair looks crappy. I don't like your YouTube. I don't like anything that you do. And again, it's kind of tricky because it's a thin line. You might take what they're saying personally because of the way that they deliver it. And obviously, we all know that it's not what you say, it's the way you say what you say that would determine what I can perceive about you. Because if you simply sit there and say, oh, your YouTube channel is crap, or I don't like your podcast, I don't like your, any of the material that you got. Okay, cool. But if you say it in such a way, it might make me feel like it's more personal than it is, just what it is for what it is. Not everybody's going to like what you do. No matter what your content created is, no matter what your YouTube page look like, no matter what your business is, no matter what your book is, no matter what your barbershop is, your nail salon, whatever it is, not everybody's going to like you. And if you try to reach everybody, you'll wind up reaching nobody anyway. I promise you, you're gonna reach nobody if you try to reach everybody. I was talking to my sis Sophia, who you're gonna meet soon, and I was telling her one of my friends, and what he said to me, he took like a little piece of paper, and if I could, let me see, took like a little piece of paper, and I'm gonna try to rip up the book a little bit. He took this little piece of paper and said, listen, you see this little piece of paper? Dropped it on the floor. Let's pretend that the desk is the floor. It says, this is where you used to live, and this is where your mind is. Your mind is only in this little place right here. The rest of the desk, in this case, the rest of the floor, is the globe of people you haven't even met yet, And so sometimes you close your mind in, making it feel like that this is the only place alive. As a matter of fact, the people that's in this particular place, you make that person so big and magnified to the point that, life, if they don't agree with you, if they don't like your YouTube channel, if they don't like your business, if they don't like you, oh my God, all hell broke loose. And now your whole world is upside down, But there's a whole globe out there full of people that are yet waiting to meet you, That's why, listen, it's always good that you don't care about what anybody say, rather they shoot from the hip and or they filter. You feel what I'm saying? Let's take a look at something else real quick. Listen, and see, filtering, and let's take a look at the A clause of filtering real quick. Filtering words, this refers to the process of choosing one's words carefully. That's the A clause of it. That's right at the apostrophe there. But let's take a look at something else. Watch this. And this, I thought this was something very, very interesting, because when we take a look at filtering, let's take a look at what lying actually is. How about that? You see? And it says this involves making a statement, right, that the speaker knows is false with the intention to deceive the listener. See what I'm saying? And so when you take a look at, filtering, you take a look at lying, filtering obviously still have the truth in it. It just filtered the words that, that wasn't really good for you. You get what I'm saying? But to some degree, it's not lying. Not even to some degree. It's filtering is not lying. A lie is a lie. Filtering is, am I going to say is this important for me to say? Is it even worth it? Now watch this. Here's another thing too. Can someone mistake filtering for lying? Here's another thing too. Watch this. It says, yes, it's possible for someone to mistake filtering words for lying. This misunderstanding can occur due to differences in perception, right? Communication styles and expectations. And that's crazy, because here's the deal. Depending upon where you come from will determine whether or not for you filtering is a lie, right? Or depending upon where you come from, rather a lie is a lie. You got what I'm saying? One never knows. We don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, wow. Okay. So Facebook is telling me in my personal that I'll have to sort of come out of that to come right back into that. Y'all doing this. Y'all knowing this in real time. Anybody who want to have a podcast, let me tell you something. You got to prepare. You feel what I'm saying? You got to prepare for things that are side notes and side orders that you probably haven't ordered. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, all right. Okay, so I'm going to do both of them real quick in real time. Y'all don't see this. And so I could have been talking and saying this at the same time. So yeah, again, filtering is obviously depending upon how your point of view is, depending upon what your perspective is, will determine. You feel what I'm saying? Will determine if by any chance, okay, good, we can see it now. If by any chance you would take filtering for being a lie. A filtering is sometimes protecting people, just like that screen we talked about in the beginning. It protects people. You get what I'm saying? And not just that, but if I'm Sophia's friend, right? And I'm her best friend, and I know her for a long time. And I know sometimes she might be up in her mood, down in her mood. Maybe her feelings are not too good. She's not feeling. If I'm her friend, I'm the one who's going to go and speak to say, hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Whatever the case may be. If somebody came there and said she didn't like, or came to me and said, oh, they don't like her sneakers, or don't like her shoes, and she really, really value her shoes and her sneakers, right? It's up to me as a friend to determine whether or not I should even bring it to her attention. There's some things that are not worth bringing to a particular person's attention. It's not. It's not worth it at all. I'm refreshing my page, by the way, y'all. It's not worth it at all. You have to determine whether or not it is worth it. Because again, if your friend mean anything to you, you'll be very, very mindful of what you bring to their attention. Because if I see somebody who got momentum and they're doing good and they're doing wonderful, I'm not going to come over there and say, oh, by the way, the cake that you made was good, but I would have used purple frosting over yellow. Who cares? Who cares? Just why you have to even have your opinion on it. Like, be quiet. Keep your mouth off it. Watch this. Here's another thing. Differences in perception, right? What one person considers a tactful or polite way of speaking might be seen as evasive, right, or dishonest by another. For an example, if someone filters their words to avoid conflict or to be polite, a listener who value directness might perceive this as being untruthful. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? But to some degree, y'all, somebody might feel the same way. I mean, what do you feel? Write in your description. Let me know, what do you feel? What do you feel? What do y'all feel? Because for some reason, Facebook is slow today. What do y'all feel today? What do you feel? Put that in your description. I'll show it for you, and I'll show it and share it. But again, do you feel that filtering is something that shouldn't be? Should we not filter? If you are feeling at a vulnerable spot, like you're feeling low, you feel like you need more encouragement than anybody to be hardcore on you, and then you come to your friend and you're like, listen, for some reason, my book is not doing the way I thought it was, and it takes a strike at your self-esteem, take a strike at your self-confidence. For some reason you're not feeling too good or whatever the case may be, and then what happens? A person coming in like, yeah, well, listen, you know what? Just you better just swallow that. You know what I'm saying? Your book is a little whack, but I think that it's gonna work, and it's that and the other. You're like, really? That you're gonna, you're gonna do that to me? Really? You're doing that to me now? And sometimes some people don't even perceive the fact that you were even down. That's why I asked you, do your family member really know who you are? Do your friends really know who you are? Do your coworker who think that they know you know who you are enough to be able to study your ways to say, I don't think I should tell them this right now. We should talk about this right now. Think about it. Think about it. So look, real quick, I'm going to take you to a commercial break, and then I'm going to introduce my new family member, to Manifest This podcast. I'm actually, I'm kind of, very, very excited about it. That's why I'm stuttering. But listen, don't forget our sister Yolanda, who is doing excellent things. Let's go to that videotape.
Yeah, everybody hands up like this. Yeah. Hey, yo, a party ain't a party till Yolanda come through with Tales of a Grown Girl. Y'all know how she do.
Y'all already know what's up, man. Trey Chaney, BMF, The Wire, Saint Jacinthus, Tales of a Grown Girl. We hosting it right now.
Do with Tales of a Grown Girl. Y'all know how she do. Coming soon to a city near you. Grown Girls, NYC, that's how she do. MC Heaven's in the house.
Know about it. We live and direct. We about to set it off. Great play. I'm hoping everybody loves it.
Thanks for the opportunity to be in your
excellent. The play is excellent.
Deep message, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Very deep.
Houses, the Long Island, God always had you. You share your life, bright lights and stages. May the Lord protect you from the haters in the
phenomenal cast. They're gonna do their thing. I got a wonderful director. This is gonna be played. So I hope y'all like the music and everything. Stay tuned.
You thanking my friend Serena for bringing me to DJ Zon. It's rocking on the ones and twos.
Definitely come out and see it.
Thank you.
So I'm coming to a city near you. Yo, a party ain't a party till Yolanda come through with Tales of a Grown Girl. Y'all know how she do.
Tales from a girl. You know how she do. Oh, I like that song. Yeah, like. So listen, don't forget Yolanda. Yolanda Brathwaite. She's doing great things right now. Obviously she's going to have a brunch on February 17th. And it's going to start at about 12 noon to 5 p.m. You got what I'm saying? And so she's having a brunch and manifestation faith mocktail, and all these wonderful ladies behind her, they're excellent speakers. They're expert in that particular field, and she's here in the front, and she's also going to be sharing some information, I'm sure, from her new audiobook, and it's right there, located on Amazon, just $12.99. It's called Tales of a Grown Girl, and she has a stage play like you just saw. That was from that particular stage play. It was once a book first, and she turned it into a play, and now she have the audio book. Please do me a favor, go and pick it up. She's doing phenomenal things, excellent things. And by the way, if you wanted to share your advertisement here, I'll be happy, more than happy, to be a part of that, to advertise your business right here, your book, your movie, your business, whatever it is. Go right there to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to share with you, all the stuff that's going on. And y'all. So listen, Brooklyn Cakes is in the house. I see you, Jerome. Good to see you. Oh wow, Lady A's in the house. Hey, good to see her. She's on YouTube. And again, people are coming in. Listen, y'all. I wanted to introduce real quick, because I don't know what time she might have to go off, and we had planned for her to come in for a little while. And as you all know, I've been doing this for quite some time. Bringing you value, content, templates. Trying our best to keep up with our emails and stuff like that, trying our best to keep up with the company that we're trying to establish here, with all of the clients and stuff like that, and we're growing. We're starting out a small group, and also coming to you every single day, 10:30 a.m. to try to make things what it is, to show you and share with you the things that we do here and all of what we have to offer if you decided to become a client and or to become a part of our community. We're so happy to be able to do that. And so listen, I was so happy that my friend Ron, some of y'all may know him, some of y'all may not know him. You know what I'm saying? Some people call him Roz, some people call him Ron. That's my brother. That's exactly what I call him. And he called me, he says, yo, Don, I think I have somebody that might be perfect to help assist you and stuff like that. And I was like, word, you mean to tell me I get a chance to get some help? He's like, yeah. I think you'll like her. And this, that, and the other. Called up. Her name is Sophia. And I'm going to tell you something. Not only is Sophia a gift to this world, not because of the fact that she's helping me, but even if I would have met her without this, I realized she got her own YouTube page. So she is YouTube savvy. She is social media savvy. She has an excellent YouTube page full of shorts. You know, she's growing fast. And I mean, she's really getting the attention of all of the younger people. I'm trying to get their attention. But I mean, she's doing skits. It's so funny. I had laughed last night, you know, and she's utterly going. And now she's about to purchase her own new camera. Yo, she'll show you that gear, you know what I'm saying, is something you don't have to have all the time. You don't have to have perfect gear. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about. You don't have to have the perfect gear. You can use your phone, go right off of there, and bam. That's all I'm saying. So all the gear that we have, it doesn't mean, look, you don't have to have all this. You don't have to have the microphones. You don't have to have all this. You could just take your phone. But now for her, she's stepping her game up, getting a camcorder, doing her thing. And before you know it, she's going to exceed me. And I'm happy that she's here to help me out, you know, because, you know, 2 heads are better than 1, 5, you know, 4 eyes are better than 2. You see what I'm saying? 4 hands are better than 2. So again, I want to introduce her to y'all. You know, when you start to see certain things in our email list, you'll start to see notifications. You're going to know that Mrs. Sophia is behind all of it. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, I want to introduce her to y'all and present this son, none other than Sophia. Do me a favor, y'all give us some hearts and show her some love, everybody. What's up, sis? Hey, what's going on? Listen, let me just say, I'm so very happy, and I just want to say I appreciate you and wanted to introduce you, you know what I'm saying, to our community. And I wanted to simply say welcome. Do me a favor, y'all give us the hearts and everything, everybody, if you will.
Thank you, boy.
So listen, Sophia, tell me something. How long have you been doing content creating?
For a little over a year.
Okay. That's good. And who inspired you to do it?
Just looking at all of you guys doing it, I was like, maybe I should just get my phone and just start.
Excellent. Her shorts, everybody, is all the way up. Her short video is crazy. So I just want to say personally, you know, thank you for being a part, you know, of this particular community, helping me out in the back, behind the scenes, being a part of our management team. You see what I'm saying?
I'm excited.
Oh my God. And you're going to see our commercials and stuff like that, advertisements, got to get her shirt and all of that other stuff. I just want to say thank you on a Friday morning, on the way to a Friday afternoon, you know, those who have your family and stuff like that. Our community, we promise not to abuse you at all, you know. And so there's some people, Sophia, that we're going to be having, you know, to join our productive team and stuff like that. And I think that you can be strong on that. We'll talk about that backstage. But again, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, what anything. I don't I'm just happy to see you.
I love to make people laugh. Anything to make some people laugh. I feel like that's why I was put here, kind of.
That's good. And I remember the time that you also said that, you know, during social media, you had helped your sister at some point, you know, with her, you know, getting the business, stuff like that that's online. And tell us.
Yeah, she has her own student courses. She does credit. I helped her come up with different courses and packages. And I helped her gain a client. His name was Eric. He was a motivational speaker. And yeah, she just skyrocketed. And it was amazing.
Amazing. I just want to say, besides the fact that you're looking drippy, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so very much. And we're going to have a great time being able to, you know, service these wonderful people, you know, sharing with them what we have in our community and all that we're going to do, even in our company and stuff like that. And again, I want to just give a shout out to my boy, Ron, you know what I'm saying? And which is your family member, obviously, you know, and I can see the resemblance at the same time too. Beautiful family. everybody. Beautiful, beautiful family. And I'm just so grateful to you. And we're going to make sure that you are lit, sis, all the way up. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
And so again, y'all, I want y'all to please make sure that we put her page in the description so that y'all can go and follow her, go get a laugh, go and be inspired. And one of the things that I've learned, Sophia, about people who make people laugh, they automatically solve a problem. And that problem is they forget about whatever their problems are for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it will give them some space, and so A Young says she do not like filtering, but there is again, I love the camaraderie of other people's opinions about what is that they feel about what, and that's why we're here. We're here to help people, become not even, I don't want to say better, because I don't want people to feel that they're not better already, but to enhance the better that they are, to reach the masses. You got what I'm saying? And yeah, this will be the year for all of us. You got what I'm saying, sis? So I thank you so very, very much. If you can hang around for like 5 more minutes, or put in the back script to say, "Oh, Don, I'm gonna have to go in a few seconds." Let me know before you bounce out, okay?
Of course.
Yeah, all right. Hey, y'all.
I appreciate y'all. Look forward.
Yeah, again, y'all, she's gonna be the bomb. Hey, she's gonna make it, and I'm so grateful to that. I got some help, everybody. Just glad to have some help. I'm gonna tell you something. Not only am I leader at a church, but I'm also, consecrated, but I'm also a family man at the same time. And I just want to give a shout out to my family for allowing for me to do this. And also, I want to give a shout out to Hudson Yards, 55 Hudson Yards, who helped me to sort of make a decision off of a decision that life brought me to. Could I say that like that? You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes life will make or bring you to a particular decision. And then sometimes you might have to make a decision off of that decision so that you can now take control over your life. Thank you, Hudson Yards, for that. 55 Hudson Yards. Shout out to all of them. Love them very, very much. Dear to my heart, and will never forget what they've done for me. Listen, let's get back to this great content real quick. And glad to see everybody coming on. So again, we're talking about filtering, and is it lying? We've learned, so far that a lie is something that's deliberate, but filtering is helping for other people to become politically correct, and being careful with their words. But here's the deal. It's still being truthful. You see what I'm saying? Because again, you have to filter, you have to determine if it's even worth saying. And some of us, to some degree, depending upon what our culture is, depending upon what our background is and how we've grown up, will determine, if you feel that filtering is a lie, and if you feel that filtering even is a thing. And it is possible, this is what we're learning here, it is possible for people to mistake filtering for lying, although they are two different things, and this misunderstanding can occur due to different, perception, communication styles, and expectation. Let's go to the next one. Different perspectives. This is what one person might consider to be tactful and polite, somebody else might take for being dishonest. For an example, if someone filtered their words, to avoid conflict. And that's the other thing too. And I want you to understand something. I think that in this year and in this season, this is what all of us need to learn to do. Avoid conflict. That's what we should practice avoiding conflict. You got what I'm saying? And this is the stuff that will help you to filter and or understand the timing of filtering. You get what I'm saying? To avoid conflict. You know what I'm saying? A listener who value directness might perceive this being as untruthful, So watch this. Cultural and individual variation. This is something that you have to take a look at when you take a look at the last thing. Different cultures and individuals have varying norms for communication. In some cultures, indirect communication and filtering are common, while in others, directness and frankness are valued. These cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings about honesty and intention. I want you to understand something. I want you to look at that last word. It's called intention. I tell you something. If your intentions are good, be it direct frankness and or filtering, you will watch how you deliver the information so that you'll be able, to keep the peace, right? And people can understand that you have the right intention for their life. You got to be careful. People are like, listen, let me tell you something. This is what it is. They don't like you. You suck. you don't need to be doing this. That's it. Bang. And sometimes, depending upon how a person say it, will allow for you to question their intent. Well, you're supposed to be my friend, but the way that you delivered it made me feel like that you are with them and you want to see a reaction, you see what I'm saying, out of me about what they said. And then the second question is, why did you say this to me in the first place? What was your objective? Were you trying to give me the heads up, or were you trying to make me feel away? See, these are the things that would allow for you to understand the importance of what filtering bring. You got what I'm saying? It's not right or wrong, to some degree could be irrelevant, but you have to ask yourself, what is the intent of the individual? Some people like dropping stuff off. You feel what I'm saying? And so sometimes my boy Dave, he does the same thing. Like, yo, I'm just telling you what people are saying. That's it. Nothing further. Okay, well, but here's the other thing too. And it's nothing wrong with, that proportion. But here's the thing. When you can't answer to the individuals that relayed the message through the vessel that have spoken to you, is the stuff that will make you feel away, even about the person who delivered the information, So for me, what I've learned how to do is divide the vitamins by eating what it is that he said or she said, and allowing for anything else to bounce off of me. You feel what I'm saying? And be like, all right, well, that's what it is. And here's the deal. I've also found out that there are people in this world who use people that are close to you to get a message to you, but they themselves won't ever tell you. And so for me, if a person come and tell me without filtering what have been said, it doesn't mean anything to me. You want to know the reason why? Because if the person who told them didn't tell me, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't tell me nothing, champ. And I'm not going to do nothing about what you said. You feel what I'm saying? And so again, this is how sometimes I react to certain things. How do you act? How do you react? And again, I think the importance is cultural, and individual differences. Sometimes I oftentimes tell people, you'll know how a person is based upon what they do when you take them to eat. And it doesn't have to be a date. You feel what I'm saying? If they come on and they're chewing their food and they're smacking their food with food in their mouth, will determine how much they think of you. You see what I'm saying? Some people don't know when you eat is an art, when you take people out to eat. And it will show you, their manners. It'll show you their consideration, what I'm saying, for other people. That's the reason why certain businesses won't take your deal until after they take you out to eat. All right, well, let's discuss this over a meal. All right, cool. No problem. Hey, and then they and at the same time, meanwhile, they're watching to see, now I don't think he's fit for the business. He got all the right credentials. He got all the right stuff. But as far as he's concerned, I don't think he quite fit our curriculum here, And then all of a sudden you're like, well, what happened? What did I do? And this, that, and the other, And some people like them will filter and say, listen, you have everything. You have all of what it takes. Just keep working at it. And then you'll find out and you'll see. Like, you ain't tell me nothing, champ. I tell you, these are the things that we face. You feel what I'm saying? Real quick, let me take you to a commercial break. We'll be right back. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we've talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program.
Gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah, so listen, don't forget to go to our giveaways, everybody. Same email, for our giveaways. So, and I want you to be able, to have our giveaways. And today, but guess what, y'all? We have what they call surprise pop-up. You know what that means? That means that whatever prize, whoever wins a prize today, you get it today, between today and tomorrow. So we have good gifts and stuff like that. And listen, because of the fact that you all are in, I'm going to put all of you in the run. All right. And so just hang tough, to the end. And so let's finish up this real quick. I want to just fast forward to some things, and I want to have you to understand this one thing. Listen, when we take a look at, previous experiences, previous experiences are the things that help you to understand rather than that you'll take in consideration filtering to use and or not to use, like as if it's not helpful. If someone has a past experience where filtering was used, right, to conceal the truth, they might be more inclined to view any form of filtered communication as dishonest. Let me ask you a question real quick, y'all. How do y'all feel out there? Don't listen to people. Listen to the horse's mouth. Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you, Sophia, this is what Angie Young says. I do not like filters, but there is a way to say it. Absolutely. And so I think, Angie, to some degree, I like what you said, that I don't like filters, but there is a way to say it. And I think that what she's also saying is that there is a way to say everything that I would say that would sound harsh, for it to be accepted. You got what I'm saying? Because when we talk about and we look at that aspect is a way to say it, to some degree might make you to believe that you're filtering or changing some words around. And when you change words around, guess what? It is the equivalent of filtering. You get what I'm saying? So again, but there is a way, like she said, there is a way to say what you want to say, and not, what's wrong with my thing? And not, allow for the person to feel a particular way because of the way that you deliver it. Did I say that right? Allow not? Okay. Yeah. But anyway, again, let's get to this. And I want to speak to everybody now. This is something I want to speak to everybody. And this is something that's for you personally. And then we'll, by that time, have to land the plane. You get what I'm saying? And I'll acknowledge everybody. Listen, I want you to understand something. Mental filtering is something you want to take a look at. And this is something that everybody do just about every single day. Mental filtering. Mental filtering sounds like this. No one is going to like me. That's what mental filtering is. About whatever it is that you do. I'll never forget, when I wanted to start YouTube and I wanted to start like doing some talking head videos and stuff like that on SOU TV, which is my first baby. I was like, nobody's going to like me. Nobody's going to like what I have to say. I'm boring. You feel what I'm saying? I'm whack. I don't know. I'm not relatable and stuff like that. That's why I'm glad Sophia's on board. Hopefully she can help me out with some of my templates and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Again, anybody on this line, everybody to some degree sometimes can feel no one's going to like you in anything that you try to endeavor. And this is a dream killer. This is the stuff that will kill your dreams. It will kill, your dreams before it's even born. Before you even get a chance to get it out on paper and out of your head, you already landed the plane on your life. You know what I'm saying? At least try it to see if it's going to work, and hope that you're wrong when you say, no one is going to like me. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The trick to this is, when you ask specific people, go back to this thing real quick, y'all. You go back to this thing. The paper, right? And the desk. These are the people. That little piece of paper represent the people in your community. It doesn't mean that they're smaller than you and you're bigger than them, but that's the people in your community right here. The rest of the desk is the world that yet you have to meet. So if you only go by the opinions of other people that's in your community who probably they're not even there. They're not even where you are. You're trying to, focus on entrepreneurship. They're still focusing on keeping it 9 to 5. All right, cool. We're on two different, wavelengths, but it doesn't mean because you have doubt, that you're going to knock what is that I have to say. Besides, if you're going to receive constructive criticism from anybody, make sure that you receive constructive criticism from someone who built something. If you haven't built a YouTube page, you can't tell me about mine. If you haven't done podcasting, you can't tell me what to do on mine. Now, you might give me some good value. Don't get it twisted if your heart is for me. But if you bitter, disgusted, you don't know how to filter because you're bitter, you can't tell me nothing, champ. Y'all can't tell me nothing. You can't. You can't tell me nothing. Look, Donald, you need to know how to dress. You ain't know how to match. Okay, well, let me see what you wear. You feel what I'm saying? Again, you have to learn how to take constructive criticism from people who've built stuff. And for those of them who haven't built anything, know their heart. So again, you could move into the no one is going to like me syndrome. Here's another thing that it sounds like. I could never do anything right. There are people who feel this way, rather you know it or not. I could never do anything right. Anything right. Okay, well, let me ask you this. According to whose standards? You see? Can I tell you something? When me and my job part ways, I was more encouraged than anything else. Because to some degree, they're telling me, Donald, you ain't really good enough. Donald, it's a mistake, or we don't like you, and you're not meeting our criteria, whatever the case may be. Guess what? If I can't work good for nobody else, by golly, I know I can work good for me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what landed me here. First, I got here by default, and now it's by design. Bars. Yo, I'm saying something here. You know what I'm saying? By design. So I want you to learn how to live life by design and not by default. Am I talking to anybody out here? Please tell me something, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, I'm about to land a plane soon, but here's another thing it sounds like. The world is a terrible place, and it's only going to get worse every single day. I paraphrase what it was that was said. Let me tell you something. The world, you ever heard of that phrase, the world's going to come to an end? Yeah, let me just bust up that whole narrative. The world come to an end when you leave Earth. That's when your world come to an end. This Earth will remain. This globe is going to remain. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer until God come back. That's a whole different story. But because I'm talking to people, you know what I'm saying, regular terms, this Earth is going to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? If you are looking to start your own business one day, don't over stress yourself and over preserve yourself on a secular job, because you're going to need some of that energy, you know what I'm saying, to preserve over for yourself. You got what I'm saying? Anybody who have a secular job, understand that job become your partner, because that's going to fund the business that you have right now. You got what I'm saying? And everybody needs some type of funding somehow, some way. It doesn't mean that you have to go get a side hustle or watch this. Come up with a video that people will buy with value in it. Do something. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, the world is terrible in your mind, and it's terrible in reality, but you can make it worse in your mind. Oh my God. You ever heard people say, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Fear and faith are essentially the same thing, but it's according to your perspective. What do I mean when I say that? Right? Faith is believing something that will happen that haven't happened. You got what I'm saying? Let me just rephrase that. Faith is something that haven't happened that will happen. How about that? Fear is something that haven't happened that will happen. But let me just put this in perspective for you. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people believe stuff, right? So faith is something I believe that will happen that haven't happened yet. Fear is something I believe that could happen, but probably won't happen depending upon my perception. You see how this works? That's how that works. You got what I'm saying? So essentially it's the same thing according to your perspective, and your perception. Let's go to the next thing. Watch this. Here's what it sounds like also. Watch this. Or if you have a good day at work, but then the restaurant messes up your takeout, your whole day is ruined. Do you know anybody like that who's having a good day or whatever, and then one little cork in the road happened, or one little bump in it, now the rest of the day now is ruined. Oh, the party's over. Oh, this is ruined. It's over. Yeah, I don't know if anybody know anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, listen, that's because of one's perspective. You got what I'm saying? You can't allow for one thing to ruin the rest of the day. You feel what I'm saying? So you might get into an argument with your spouse. Okay, fine. Deal with it when the time comes, but the rest of the day is great. Somebody might be like, listen, I'm not going to be able to come or make it to the thing that you wanted. Okay, fine. It's still going to go on because I'll show up, champ. You feel what I'm saying? But again, the rest of the day will not be ruined. It's all infringed upon how you perceive, your day and your time. You got what I'm saying? It's all infringing how you perceive and your perception. Let me see another one here. This is what I wanted to talk about. And listen, I want to talk about this because COVID was something that put us through. And if I could meet COVID as a person, we're going to get it in. I promise you. I go to church now, I will whip him out. I promise you. Listen, let me tell you something. Even the news is a great example of mental filtering. Mostly pay attention to the scariest stories: murder, war, robbery, suicide, etc. Can I tell you something? People often scared and afraid of, being overtaken by terrorists, when you're on an airplane. But can I tell you something? More importantly than that, if you stood underneath a coconut tree and a coconut hit you in the head, you're more likely to die faster, statistically more, than getting or witnessing a terrorist attack. But see, they will not put that in the news because it doesn't make any money. What make money is the very thing that's most exciting. And rather it's scary, rather it's murder, rather it's, theft, no matter what it is, as long as it is something that is exciting and will stir up anybody's mindset. I mean, during COVID, let me tell you something. They went in all the way, showing bodies on top of bodies. Y'all remember how you ask yourself, for all the times that we get another whiff of COVID, why was it not the way it was the first time that we were introduced to it? Now, I'm not going to get political on y'all, but again, I feel some of the newscasts need to be sued. And I don't mean the ones who have to work underneath the people who got the powers that be, but the people that got the powers that be need to be yoked out. I'm sorry, that's just me. Y'all could unsubscribe. I'm sorry, whatever. You feel me? Whatever. I'm not scared. All I'm saying is that the way that they introduced it to us, I'm a 70s baby. I remember the times, and I want to look you in your face when I say this. I remember the times where they would never, ever, if somebody, an athlete was sick or hurt, they would never show them in ICU. They would never show them in the back room. They'll be right in front of the door. Well, listen, we're reporting to you today. Got the microphone. We're reporting to you today. We can't show all of it. It's too graphic and this, that, and the other. Yeah, that's something that they used to do because they had respect for people, right, who was sick or who was injured. They had respect, and they understood the people who were viewing. They did not want to have any type of energy come across the airwave, and they did not want to panic the people. The time, I'll never forget the time Michael Jackson, some of y'all may not remember, but he did the Coca-Cola commercial, and his hair caught on fire. All of us Michael Jackson fans were devastated. I was like, Michael, you get what I'm saying? And they would not show us anything, in the room or in the hospital. They were in front of the hospitals and stuff like that because they had respect. Number one, for Michael, they had respect for kids who were watching on television. But keep in mind, we only had television back then. We didn't have these crazy devices we called cell phones, which now took over TV, and now they charging us for free TV that used to be free. Heck, they're charging us for water. I never knew that would be a concept to have to charge people for water, something that was free. Well, you ain't never had this water, and no disrespect to my boy Marlon. You know what I'm saying? By the way, real quick, because I didn't talk a ton. No, that's over. But I want to say this anyway. Listen, my boy Marlon, you know what I'm saying? He have what they call Marlon Productions, you know what I'm saying? But he has MRP's The Future Spring Water. You need to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And if you go right there to www.mreedproductions.com, you can order you spring water. And I was like, wow, they got their own spring water. Not only that, but they says that it's so good you can taste the spring in the water. Low calories, low minerals, and all that other stuff. So yeah, y'all, go in that. That was for free, Maul. You know what I'm saying? He understand what I mean about that. Yeah, again. So again, I never knew that water would be, they would charge us for water. I felt, listen, if I took some water and I just boiled it for about a good hour and a half, you know what I'm saying, and then froze it and then let it just, that's your spring water right there. That's how I felt. That's me. How many people feel the same way? But again, going back to what we're saying, again, filtering words is one thing. But again, a lot of times you got people, you know what I'm saying, who think like this. I got the worst day. Everything. The words, become a terrible place. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And again, this is what people think. This is what people think all the time. The newscast, I think they should be sued. Here's another thing real quick. We're going to land the plane. Mental filtering can help you, right, fall out of love with your spouse when you only notice the bad that they do. See, that's another thing too. A lot of times relationships today, I'm very afraid of relationships today. And I try my best to be optimistic, because again, when they came out with that word, and I can't front y'all, because I can't, as the young people say, I can't hold y'all. One of the things that I remember, they called this thing called simp, right? As to if somebody is doing something good for somebody that they really, really like, and that person that they're doing good for don't really like them that much, and they call that person simping on them. But can I tell you what it erased? It erased any man that can show kindness to any lady. It erased any lady who can show kindness to the kindness that the man have given to her. In other words, if somebody have given a bouquet of flowers to a young lady, it's already good to say thank you. You feel me? It's good. If a young man pull a chair out, you know what I'm saying, underneath a young lady so that she can sit, it's nothing wrong with that. That don't mean he want to go sleep with her. Watch this. We talk about individual cultural, right? Cultural upbringings individually, right? Well, maybe his upbringing was to be polite to women. You see what I'm saying? And to open the door. And by the way, ladies, a man that opened the door for you ain't trying to always holler at you. He's just trying to be nice. Just say thank you. You feel what I'm saying? By the way, fellas, if she say, listen, I think that your sneakers are nice, that don't mean that she's single. She just, it just mean that she like your sneakers. That don't mean, she want to sleep with you. Come on. I mean, really, I'm sorry, I got to be transparent, because in this world, in this day and time, you feel what I'm saying? Nobody know how to filter in their mind to simply say, this person is just being nice to me. That's it. But because this world has become so perverse, I know I'm gonna lose all of y'all, but it's the truth. It's what this world have come to. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you got a spouse, whatever the case be, and she make you the best meal on earth, it is good to compliment. Babe, that food was good. You feel what I'm saying? Same difference. Food was good, y'all. You get what I'm saying? Again, this is what it's all about. Last but not least, we're gonna land the plane on this, and I want to acknowledge everybody. You know what I'm saying? With mental filtering, right? We disregard, minimize, brush aside anything that doesn't fit our narrative. Sometimes a person's narrative is always negative, and they rather think about the negative rather than being optimistic. Like, dude, there's no good thing that can happen for you. Like, you always having a bad day. Like, sis, you always mad at something. Like, every day. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be careful of even how we treat our children. Don't yell at them before they go to bed. Don't yell at them when they wake up. Some of them will get on our nerves. I promise y'all, they will get on our last nerve. But at the end of the day, everybody, listen, you got to learn how to filter in the reverse in your mind by saying, listen, nah, I am going to make it. I am somebody. My business is going to work. My book will sell. You know what I'm saying? My merch is going to sell. You know what I'm saying? I do have stuff to offer people. People will like what it is that I have. And I'm going to tell you, here's the deal. You want people to really, really like you and the stuff that you do. Why not think about people when you come up with certain things? Mr. Neil Saborn, shout out to him, who have this book. And I want to introduce you to this book right here. It's called Nuts and Bolts. You know what I'm saying? This is something that will help you to understand the psychology of other people. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all get this book right here, Nuts and Bolts. All right. Just in case you couldn't see it on a smaller camera here, Nuts and Bolts is something that you really, really want to take a look at, because I tell you, this is going to help you understand other people, and it will help you to not be upset or allow for people to get into your spirit and your mind. You feel what I'm saying? So easily, there's a difference. As I land the plane, there's a difference between reacting and responding. When you react, you didn't think about anything, which means that now you might have to come back and apologize for what you reacted to. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You said what you said. It struck a nerve. And now let's go find your other eye. I didn't mean to punch you. My bad. You feel what I'm saying? Now you got to come back, and now you got to, apologize. You feel what I'm saying? Because that person haven't filtered. And so as I land the plane, and before I land the plane, I want to acknowledge all of you who are on today. And I want to say that filtering is a great thing when you put filtering in perspective. To each his own. Sometimes you have to know, that a person want to hear you shoot from the hip. As a leader, as a pastor in my church, I am learning this every single day. I want to be transparent with all of you every single day, because my heart is more loving and it's more geared toward loving, you know what I'm saying, rather than it is, fighting and bickering and telling people and this, that, and the other. I always give a person who's an adult to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? I'll only treat you as a child if you give me reason to. You feel what I'm saying? That's why everybody who have a secular job, if you have a supervisor, your supervisor will not supervise you until you give them reason to. You know what I'm saying? Except the fact that you just started the job. But after a year, after 2 years, see a supervisor walking past you, it's because it's something you haven't been doing lately. And now they have to feel they have to come back and supervise you. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep guard on you. And you know what I'm saying? So again, anybody in life should be able to trust that your intent is pure if you tell them rather not filter or filter. You know what I'm saying? That your intent is toward them in a loving way, toward them because you want them to make it, you want them to win, and watch this. You don't have to, even if you don't filter, you don't have to say it in a way that is so vindictive. Just be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need. You need to just do X, Y, and Z. That's all, And watch this. You know, you need to make sure that the cooking was good, right? I just need you to watch the cooking more, because sometimes, it might cause, cooking to burn, I'm saying, the food, but the food, as far as the flavor is concerned, was delicious, and let them know, listen, butter burned faster than oil. Again, the food wasn't good. It wasn't all that. Let them know, listen, I thought this was good. I thought that was good. Let me tell you what might be needed. And in the way you deliver it, they'll be like, okay, cool. Thank you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can do it in a loving way. I got you. I want you to know, look, if we do it this way, we do that. Yo, and bang, we good. All right, cool. No problem. It's the same way, everybody. Same way with anything. You choose how you deliver what you want to deliver. You choose what you say, but choose how to deliver it. There's no excuse for you to say it the way you said it that was so harsh. You mean you were mad with them. That's what happened. They got you upset. They got you tight. And it was easy for you to come off the tongue and say, bang, 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 bang. And now you felt better. It wasn't even for them. It was for you. You feel what I'm saying? And so again, whatever you plant in the ground comes back to you. And so if you want somebody, and this is what I'm going to end off with, y'all. I told this story a long time ago, and I want y'all to hear this real quick, real good. And I'm gonna leave you with this. There was a man by the name of Tom, and there's another dude by the name of Jim. He worked with Tom on a job. Jim got a promotion. He invited everybody to his promotional dinner at his house. Now they're all at his house, Jim got up, said what he said, and in his closing remarks, he stated something that was from Shakespeare. Watch this. He stated something that was from Shakespeare, but he said that was from the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? And so Tom gets up, right, and says, hey, Jim, I think that was really, really cool of you, but I want to let you know that what you said at the end was not from the Bible. It was from Shakespeare. Jim said, no, that was from the Bible. I know that for a fact. Now, Tom is right in what he's saying, and Jim is wrong in what he's saying. But then Tom says to Bill, yo, Bill, stand up, yo. Let this guy know he's wrong. That's not from no Bible. That's from Shakespeare. You know what Bill said to Tom? Nah, Tom, you wrong. Jim right. He's right. And Tom looked at him like, what? Man, you got me all the way messed up. What are you talking about? And then at the end of the day, when all the guests left, by the way, to Jim, Tom and Bill is his best friends. Right after it was over, what happened? Tom is found with Bill and Jim. And Jim is like, listen, y'all, thank y'all for coming. Jim never mentioned it afterwards. Says, thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, whatever the case be. If I don't come in, I'll see y'all next day, because I got to go wash these dishes that y'all made. And so after Jim walked away, Tom looked at Bill and said, yo, Bill, why didn't you agree with me, bro? You know Jim was wrong. You know what Bill said? Bill said, yo, bro, Tom, I'm going to be real frank with you. You need to shut up sometime, because your problem is you know it all the time. And yes, you were right, but here's the deal. You got to consider, Tom, we're in his house, sitting at his table in front of his guests. And do you think that was the right time to correct him in front of his guests and embarrass him at his table? Watch this, in his house. I want everybody to consider this, because sometimes we can go someplace, we can say the right thing, say it at the wrong time, and be wrong. You don't ever embarrass nobody, even if they're wrong, in front of their guests. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you can't correct them, but it's when and where you correct them. They might have been wrong. They might have been right, but you don't embarrass that man or that lady in their own house and at their table. And I think that one of the things, as we land the plane, that should be one of the things that people need to consider in this world today. You don't have to be right all the time. You don't have to say what's right all the time. You don't have to embarrass people all the time. Mind your business. And if you're a real friend, you'll wait until we get behind closed doors. Yo, bro, you know that was wrong, right? I didn't want to share that with you because we're in front of your guests. I want to make sure that you're always looking good, because I'm out for your better. Learn how to be quiet sometimes and let people be. Let them cook. Let them have their time. Let them have their moment, y'all. Listen, I only got 1 minute, but I want to acknowledge everybody. Good to see Brooklyn Cakes. I got it right here. Brooklyn Case, good to see you. Jerome Nicholas, good to see you, sir. Sylvia, good to see you. James Hunt, my baby brother, what's up, my dude? Miss Virginia, you know I love you with all my heart. Miss Sylvia, again, Clay Johnson, what's up, bro? Patricia, good to see you. Nicole Harris, good to see you. Rosie Harden, good to see you. Oh, Ed Saunders, what's up, boy? Ma Saunders. Sandra Martin, good to see you, Miss Sandra Martin. Good to see you. Wow, good to see you. Delightful, what's going on? Come on, my bro. Good to see you, bro. Oh, man, yo, we got to talk. I got to get you back on the show again. You know what I'm saying? Maria, good to see you. Gabby, what's up? Sheena, what's good? Oh, wow. Stephanie, what's going on, Steph? Michael Carter, all the way from, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my boy Michael Carter. Oh, let me tell you something, y'all. Alabama's in the house. I want to say, y'all, it's already 11:30, and I love all of y'all. Good to see y'all. Have a good one, and I'll see you on Monday this time, all right? And again, Lady A, good to see you. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube and all of you on our chat. I'm late. Good to see y'all. Dave hit me up. See y'all. Love y'all, man. Love y'all so much. Peace.